So when I'm talking to parents and I'm explaining when is it time for them to really get outside help, how much of it is normal growth adolescent and how much of it is something that you would require outside help, I always say it's when the uncomfort begins. Everybody has traits. Okay, we have traits of a little disorganization. We have traits sometimes of being overly neat, and sometimes those are great traits. It's when those traits become interfering with your everyday life, where you are uncomfortable a lot. You're spending a lot of time fighting with your child. You're spending a lot of time where your child is unhappy. And it's more than just the day-to-day, I had a bad day in school. It's consistent. It's starting to feel that uncomfortable feeling. The best way that I could describe it is a kid with strep throat, okay? You could have a little cold and you can continue your day with a little cold. It's when the difference between the cold turns into the flu, right? And basically it's stopping your independent living activities. You're constantly at battle with your child. You're not enjoying anything that's going on. Supper is no longer a nice time. That's when you say, hey, wait a minute, this is becoming uncomfortable. You don't have to reach the point of disaster. The great thing that can happen is when it starts feeling uncomfortable. It's like when that kid comes and complains that the back of your throat is starting to really itch. You go for a strep test then, rather than when they have scarlet fever, right? That's really how you have to view it. So it's starting to itch. It's starting to feel uncomfortable. Your kid is starting to feel uncomfortable, because the best interventions that we can do for a child is when it starts to feel uncomfortable before it becomes a disaster.